What does he mean?
Long, lonely winters breed some
That
pretty
is
strange
something
ideas.
through there.
Hold this. Reaction to diamond.
Locked. Up there maybe? Or oh, some law books. Necronomy. Wild Hunt. My evening with a vampire. Is something salacious or? Something there. A breakthrough! Oh, how long awaited this day. The experimental armor Reynold is working on has proved undeniably more durable than the Wolf School standard. Initially thought it impossible to improve the design without adding unreasonable amount of weight, but recent trials have demonstrated we only lack the right materials. Traveling to Novigrad soon to meet with him. We have much to discuss and new modifications to test. All the details are scribbled below. When I return, I'll add Reynolds' diagrams to my own ideas here for the final draft. Vesemir's notes: these ideas for gear improvement are useless. What a damn shame. According to chronicles from the end of the 10th century, Osman suffered a severe head wound and never reached Novigrad. When he regained consciousness, the school healers confirmed permanent damage had set in. His ability to speak, even communicate simply, was whole but completely lost. With Reynold and the armor diagrams still missing, I will leave these notes here for the historical value. The only value they have left.
Those notes I found at Kaer Morhen. Seems Reynold's diagrams are the missing link. Should know enough to craft that armor now.
Let's see, there are a couple of quests in here. Freaking chest up there. How do I get up there? Like this. Nothing in there. Another new phenomenon. It's kind of a lot of space inside this search radius. Could be up there. Could be in here. Probably not. Fuck me. Could be downstairs as well.
Monstrum, or a portrayal of witchers.
But it is well known that when a witcher inflicts torment, suffering, and death, he experiences a semblance of pleasure and delight. The kind and normal and righteous man only feels when performing his marital duties with his spouse. Ibidiem cum evacuatio. From this, it clearly follows that the Witcher is, in the very matter of his being, a defiler of nature, an immoral and loathsome degenerate, born from the darkest and rankest depths of hell. Only one such as the devil himself can derive pleasure from suffering and torment. Note Martin, the book is a key. The mine's near Kaer Morhen.
Notes describe how to open a passage in the mine. Might be worth seeing what's down there.
Yeah, okay. Let's go do that.
Leaking again. Damn it.
Pulse weak.
Ow. That could have been my death. Down here. Here.
Notes say I gotta place the book in the right spot.
Probably here.
Medallions humming. There's magic here.
Why are there dead wolves in here? Huh. There's a pile of them too. I think the game bugged a bit.
No ordinary forge. Medallion sensing magic. Ought to look around. A blacksmith's bellows.
Stand down. Begone. This place belongs to Ratmir.
Who are you?
I am fire. This forges soul. I am the flame that tempers steel.
Radmir of Torcarnate? He was flayed alive during Falka's rebellion. A long time ago, that.
You lie.
Listen, just want to look around.
Intruder, I cannot allow this. I will not allow it. No, not allowed.
Nice little fire elemental.
Fire's out. Let's see what's behind the hearth. Nahalani's eye. Ought to use it. A secret compartment behind an illusion.
Must have crafted wolven armor. I don't even have to craft it. See how good it is. So it's just the adrenaline point version of cat armor. How does it look? Looks like Lambert's or Eskil's. Eskil's. I should craft all the armors, really. And grab the rest of the recipes one boring evening while I'm watching stuff. All right, let's head back. Okay, my colleague's working, so I'm getting lots of mails. Only see that one. Approve with suggestions. Okay, I need to look at that tomorrow. Where is my graphics card that's heating up my room at the moment? Doesn't feel too warm. Let's see.
Look at the fire. Now look at
My GPU's barely used. Eskel, that's his name, not Ezekiel or whatever I said.
Impressive specimen.
A month of tracking, stalking. But I finally dropped the son of a bitch.
Congratulations. Can't help wondering, though. Why'd you keep the corpse? Aim to stuff it? Hang it above the mantle?
Not a bad idea. Gotta finish the autopsy first, though. This one was quicker than most. Quicker and stronger. Want to examine it thoroughly.
Mind if I have a look?
Want to do the honors?
No thanks. You cut. I'll grab a bite to eat. Nice claws. 15 inches, I'd say.
They grow its whole life. This one was about 100, 110 years old.
Pretty muscular legs. Calves and feet especially.
Let me tell you, this sucker was fast. 1 second here, there the next. Always in the shadows. Could barely see it.
So how'd you take it down?
Long story. Tell you another time.
Open its gut. So, anything interesting?
No.
Bits of undigested food. A few decades worth, looks like. Human hair, a belt buckle, a few coppers,
Got to buy
and a
apples.
gold ring. Want to give it to Yennefer? That'd be as good as new once you polish it a bit.
No thanks. She only wears silver.
That's her loss. Rest is perfectly normal, except for its gnarled liver. Seems like I had a penchant for the blood of drunkards.
Let's examine its head.
Long whiskers, protruding frontal lobe, but that's normal. Long ears, and an earring.
Seen that before. Some of them like shiny objects, like magpies.
And in the maw, yellow dull teeth. Missing its upper front teeth.
What are we looking at?
Lower incisors.
Clearly not a flosser. Fine, let's move on. Think I've seen enough for now. This was an old one. Experienced.
It'd be nice to figure out a way to determine a catacan's age based on its tracks. Avoid running across one like this unprepared.
And would, I agree. But later. See you, Eskel.
Hold this.
Yes, Wolf?
Me.
Reaction to Dimeriti.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
No offense, but Why all the construction?
So the roof tiles don't drop on our heads?
Roof tiles usually fall from the roof. You're putting up walls, rebuilding the fortress. For 3 people. Why?
Because I remember how it was, Wolf. Before the massacre. We were 20, and that's just teachers. As for candidates, I can't turn back the clock, I know. But I refuse to just sit and stare at these ruins.
I met with Emir.
Any crowned heads you haven't met?
A few. Hoping it stays that way.
Remember the first war with Nilfgaard? Battle of Sodden? The North, all of it, fought together. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, Eden, and the mages were heroes. On the field first, then in balance. Not much left of that world.
Hello, Dades. Yeah, that's Vesemir. He's the old sage of the witches.
See you later, Vesemir.
There's not a lot of them left. Over here is another witcher, Eskel.
Hold this.
Yes, Wolf?
And we have Lambert over here.
No reaction to that.
What's this? Brewing
That's the rest of
potions?
the Wolf School.
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
Realize that monstrosity, as you put it, might be Ciri?
Yeah, I heard.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's how I am.
Oh, you're just an asshole. I don't think there are any witches in the first game or the second game, actually. Maybe Vesemir is actually part of the second game. No, I can't really remember. No, you actually meet up with Eskel at some point in Witcher 1, I'm fairly certain. But yeah, it's easy to think that. You run into your couple from the Cat Witcher Guild, or clan, or whatever you want to call them. School, as opposed to call it in-game. Both of them are pretty much just murderers of the innocent, but both have a good story, have a good alibi to not be killed. I spared both of them. Alibi is that's not the right word. A reason for the season.
Know what? Never mind. Not gonna argue with you.
Right, no time to lose. The monstrosity awaits.
Lambert.
Oh, sorry. The potential Cirilla.
Well, I suppose Geralt is just the most legendary one, so he could be called the Witcher. But it's just a good title, right? Like if you wrote a book that's called The Bounty Hunter or The Bounty Hunter, you know it's going to be about some legendary figure.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous White Wolf at my side. So, you ready?
Geralt does a lot of court intrigue, politics, and whatnot. He tries to stay neutral, but he isn't. I'm not sure how the book portrays him, I must admit. I always use him as a good character. I believe the mutations are different for depending on the character, or how they take to the mutations. Although I can't be sure. I know that it's referenced at some point why he says white. Could be turned white right after he got killed. A peasant with a pitchfork killed him. and he woke up with amnesia. Not sure how he survived. I don't know if that's when he turned all white. It's ringing a bell.
No reason to wait. Let's go.
Meant to tell you. Can't get to the circle through the mountains. Rockslide blocked the pass last spring.
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion?
Exactly. Remember the way?
Not easily forgotten, that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it.
You're always pretty.
Geralt?
Savola's breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to. Doesn't bother me, though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and this way I got a shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamandra assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
Been thinking. You gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
Wow. Never took you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. I drop them in and scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there was a Polish movie made back then. It was fairly not good. It got a bit of a cult stage or so. Yeah, that's the same thing. I think it's the same director as well.
Geralt?
It didn't really come outside Poland. Probably did after The Witcher 1 became so big. I haven't seen it personally. That's just what I've read from the internet. I believe, if I remember right, some of the voice actors for the Polish version are actually in the series or the movie. Fucking harpies.
Harpies. Lovely.
Why do I know all this stuff?
I'll shoot him down.
I hope your aim's good. Oh, nice shot.
That stench.
Oh, well. Color me impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
It's an art. Learned it from this old master down in Zeracania.
Yeah. Save that tale for your next sorceress.
Although the Polish series is probably better than what they did to the American series. How they changed Henry. Who does that? Henry Cavill was a die-hard Witcher fan. He's fed up on everything, and they're just like, no, let's choose someone else. Because they wanted to deviate from the books and the games. Again, I have not... Yeah, it's changed the storyline, yeah. They did the Game of Thrones thing, and many other TV series where the writers were not fans of the series. They think games are stupid, the books were stupid and such, so they made their own
Tell
thing.
me about Vesemir. Things any better between you?
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Mm-hmm. Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way.
So they replaced Henry instead of replace the writers and the director. It seems to be the wrong thing to do. When you have a director who's blatantly saying that he doesn't respect the games. There was another series not long ago where it said something like that as well. Can't remember what though. Hello, Bonsai.
Geralt?
Geralt? Geralt?
Damn it. I moored it right here, I swear.
Line must have come loose.
Really? Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own. Damn it. In this fog, we'll never...
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think. Yeah, 5 days passed.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted into the bushes.
Exactly. Why do that? And they kind of did the same thing with Wheel of Time series. Changed a lot of stuff. Changed the key. I only have this from my little brother, but it changed the key motivations for one of the biggest characters. Why do that? If you gotta do a TV show based on a book, follow the freaking book, please. If you think you're better than the book, just make something yourself. Drowners.
Looks like someone beat us to it.
Water hag.
Great. Last thing we needed.
Bilge hag. That's different.
All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head, and we're there.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal now, does it?
No. Still gives me the shivers, though. You know only 2 boys returned from my group?
You were the ones who ran into old Speartip in the caverns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if... I'm sorry, I'm just starting to rant now. If you want to do something different to the books, do something interesting, like gender bend the character. Do something like that. Explore different avenues of the world from a different character or something. Like, The Last of Us 1 and 2 is highly acclaimed because they're following the games. Fallout, same. Halo died. That's the one I was thinking about because they just deviated from the actual games. It was so weird. What else is there? Probably a lot more. Yeah, why write or rather sign for a TV show you have no personal opinion about or have no relation to? Why do that? Why do the networks XX choose these people who have no relation to these games or books? It seems dumb. It seems weird. Alright, sorry.
That's still gnawing at you?
Gnawing? No. Straight old pisses me off. What the fuck was that trial for? Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for Crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Let's go. Jump in the boat.
All right. I'm taking the tiller, though.
Because?
'Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion. Geralt?
I am in the boat. Do stuff. Oh, I have to sit down over here, I think. Yes, I do.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Provided we don't smash into something first. Barely see the tip of my nose.
Doo-doo-doo. Like, I'm currently reading Artemis Fowl.
As thick as curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet.
Oh, but I am one. Want to hear a limerick?
Sure.
Lambert, what a prick.
Not bad.
I'm reading Artemis Fowl, but if they made it, they have made a TV show or movie, so I can't remember which. But they made him dumb in that. Like, what's the point? You bought an IP with
Fall off
a
bit.
clever
Sounds
character.
fluttering.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs. Right, almost there.
Do 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 do. So freaking warm in here. 25 degrees. What
Ready
is
for the
my air
caverns?
condition doing?
Almost. Before we go inside,
Ugh, drink a dose of cat, I know. Any more words of wisdom, like step softly or you'll wake old spear tip?
Something like that. It's not cooling for some reason. It is set to cool. This is not cooling air, this is just blowing air. Weird.
old spear tip still down there?
Yeah, he is. Unless he's done us a favor and killed over on his own. Could come at us at any moment.
How'd the rhyme go? Old spear tip's a deep sleeper.
Wake him up and you'll sleep deeper. Come on.
Hear that? Sounds like a kid.
You know this valley's uninhabited except for us. It's gotta be an illusion.
What if it's not?
Whatever you want to do.
We'll investigate, just in case.
You know, Vesemir's right. You do poke the damn hive, almost always. Fine. Let's go.
What is causing that? Well, those.
Hey, little guy. It's all right. You're safe now.
No! No!
Fine. Consider yourself vindicated. You were right.
Well, well, what do you know?
We can talk about that later. Got the foglets to take care of now.
Ow.
An illusion. Who would have thunk?
You're not gonna let this drop anytime soon, are you?
No, I will not. In fact, whole world should hear about the time the famed Geralt of Rivia was duped like a child. Think we ought to get Dandelion to write a ballad about it. How's that sound?
When someone's life might be threatened, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Enough said.
Course, the noble white wolf never abandons a man in need. He's more saint than Witcher.
Changing subjects. Did I see right? Was that boy?
Yeah, one of ours. Must have drowned during his trial. Foglets remembered his voice and appearance.
Charming. Let's get out of here.
Needn't ask me twice. In fact, I didn't even want to come here.
Lambert, enough.
Geralt?
Fucking asshole.
Geralt?
Why is he trying to make it a bad thing to help others? I don't get it. I will never get that. Why is empathy a bad thing? I should probably use cat instead.
Shit, too damn high.
Not if I give you a boost. Remember? Part of the trials.
A witcher is a lone hunter.
But even a lone hunter can use a helping hand sometimes. Vesemir.
Ready? Oh, you fat fuck.
1, 2, 3. You're no feather either. Come on, let's go.
I'm carrying a lot of stuff in my bags.
Wall looks a little shaky. Arden,
Mind not stomping like that.
relax. I slipped.
Which wall? Oh, that one.
We need to be quiet. I could do without a warm welcome from old Speartip.
Suppose it could be noisy if I wanted to.
Bones. What?
Something
Pulverized.
fell in my eye. Splinter, I think.
Hope it wasn't from a broken mirror. That'd make you even nastier.
Ha ha.
Hearing a place of power. Around here somewhere.
Ugh. Place reeks of mold.
What did you expect? Scent of violets?
Would have been nice. Ah, so soft and sweet, just sleeping there. Makes you want to make this moment last forever.
Could just kill him. Lovely, see.
Just lost the element of surprise.
Couldn't care less. I'm up for the challenge.
I suppose I am super over leveled for this place.
You gonna live?
Probably.
Let's get out of here.
Wait. That's for Voltaire, you whore son.
Voltaire. Who's that?
Don't remember? Little guy. A scar on his chin right here.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
All we can do now. Never made it out of here. Let's go.
La 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 la. Jump. Jump. Jump around. Jump up, and get down.
Oh. Good to be back above ground.
Mm-hmm. Still trouble ahead.
You mean the trolls? They're in for trouble, not us.
We ought to be careful. This is their turf.
Couple of trolls got you soiling your knickers?
Was bold and brash once, like you. Then I took a pitchfork in the gut. Peasant kid, not a troll. I almost died. Hard way to learn, but I did. Come on.
See him shit and run soon as he saw us?
Never known a troll to do that.
What are you doing? Ambush? Yeah.
Witches is to walk no more. Stops. East Mountain. Trolley Mountain. Troll Mountain. Huh? Oh. Hi! This Troll Mountain.
You talk to these idiots.
Stay calm. We just want to get to the circle.
Witches is thing one say, thing two do, thing three do, sometime.
Enough! Out of my way, dimwits, or I'll grind you to gravel. Understand?
They understood all right. Congrats.
Run for the cave! Before they stone us to death!
Level 10. Thank you.
We walk throws. News goes no far more. Witches is understand it?
We understand it, but we still gotta get to the Circle of Elements.
Listen, but we trolls come no to Witchessy Castle. Rocks lots there. Pretty rock.
Enjoying this little chat? Cause, it's not getting us anywhere.
I'm talking. Fact is, you know as much about negotiating as they do about grammar. We're not here to hurt you. We don't want to touch your rocks. Just let us pass.
Troll rock troll. Witchessy strike no back. Just talky. Witcher, good? Only you. Witchess's monster kills trolls monsters. Yes, true is. No face make. We do go this. Use sharp back clubs leave here. Use pass. No agrees, we smash.
All right, we'll leave our swords here. Pick them up on the way back.
We want them know. Thick metal. Mouth stings.
You nuts?
Shut up and follow my lead.
There we go.
I think you might have missed your calling. If I remember Pappy Vesemir's lessons correctly, Witchers kill monsters.
Your memory's shit. They only kill harmful monsters.
They threw stones at us, Geralt.
Whine about it to Eskel later.
Just a few steps more, and we're there.
Oh, that's some serious panting. Out of breath, out of shape.
Nah, just a bit hungover.
Been hitting the hooch with Eskel again?
No, been hitting it alone.
Sun's rising in the valley. Looks lovely.
Well, we made it.
No denying that. Damn. Beautiful view.
Must be if you noticed it.
Geralt, who do you take me for?
Let me think. A sourpuss?
Fair enough. But save the rest of your compliments for later. Let's get to work.
Remember how this circle works? Been a while since I activated my medallion here.
It's fine, old man. No need to make excuses. Light the torches and place the phylactery on the altar. I'll handle the rest. How'd it go? Water, then earth, then air?
Like the torches or the pyres? Gracious.
All right, phylactery's in place.
Then all we gotta do is wait. The container will absorb the power of the elements while we catch a breather. So, how'd you deal with the trolls when you passed the trial of the medallion?
Let me think. Oh yeah, used Axie, but I only had to get past one troll. Other two were busy.
Yeah, useful sign, Axie. Saved my life a short while ago.
Sense a good story coming.
One of the best. A couple of road robbers stopped me. One pointed a crossbow at me, and the other started rummaging through my satchel, and made the man with the crossbow shoot his friend, and then hang himself.
Didn't have to kill them.
But I could, so I did. 2 whoresons less in the world. Big deal.
Tell me, you always been such a cynical bastard?
No, I was adorable before Vesemir brought me to Kaer Morhen.
Think it's that bad being a witcher?
Guess I could have been someone worse. Just a shame I had no choice.
It was our destiny.
Destiny? Let me tell you about destiny. My dad was a drunk. He'd knock a few back, then beat me and Mom bloody. We prayed for his death every night. One day our prayers were almost answered. Dad lost his way coming home from the tavern, walked smack into a nest of neckers. But some witcher saved him. Know what he wanted in return? Give me the first thing you see when you get home. My life. For the life of that prick? I say fuck that kind of destiny.
Didn't know. I'm sorry.
Next time you wonder why I'm so bitter, well, there's your answer. All right. We've griped enough. Let's get out of here.
Nice snow.
Need to get our swords. Witcher with no swords like a man without an arm.
Sure thing, brother.
Witches is his sharp back club takes, and home goes.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry. I don't need convincing.
Come on, Geralt, let's go.
I can love the trolls in this game.
Right. Let's get back.
After you, sir.
Bum, bada, bum, bum, bum. Ugly baby. Let's see. Down here? Oh shit, there was some fucking. Crap. Crap. Should I grab it? There's something up here too. I forgot about those. Should have stayed. I was just there. Let's hope we can get back here sometime. It's time for Ugly Baby.
Yes, Wolf?
talk?
What about?
See you later.
Yeah, take care.
See you later.
God damn it, you piece of shit!
Uh-oh.
Damned crystal!
You decide to blow us up?
Geralt, I'm in no mood for jests, especially dull ones.
What's eating you?
Let me think. That was the third crystal to explode. It's been a week, and Lambert's still not done what I've asked. Vesemir spitefully insists on repairing the wall just beneath my window and starts hammering at the crack of dawn, while Eskel seems to have gone mushroom picking, not forktail hunting.
The guys. Well, they're not exactly happy with you.
Why is that?
Because you aren't willing to say what you're planning. You're treating them like pages, not including them. Us, actually, because I feel that way too.
I shall explain everything when the time is right. First, we must finish our preparations.
Time is never right. Just do it.
Heard about the bed. Really prefer to sleep on the floor? Wouldn't recommend it. That stone can get awfully chilly.
Frankly, I prefer a chill to bedding littered with red hair.
So upset about Triss you gotta take it out on the furniture?
Would you prefer I take it out some other way? Know what? We should end this discussion before I say something I'll regret.
But I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Is that so? Very well then. Listen, you shagged my friend for upwards of a year. I cannot know what your witch's code says on the matter, but ordinary folk would consider it obscene, base, vile. I try not to think about it. That stupid bed was making it difficult. That's that.
Yen, told you already, I lost my memory.
And I've lost my patience.
Oh,
Why are we here now?
she's really not in the mood.
The thing with Yennefer is that a djinn fulfilled Geralt's wish for them to be together forever. That was before he lost his memory. Afterwards, he was together with Triss, which is another sorceress, and Geralt just kind of fell for Triss and didn't really feel the spark after the djinn wish was lifted. And she's pissed about that.
Might want to look around some.
And to be fair, that's choices I made in the game.
Drowned corpse. Whatever mutilated it sure wasn't human. Another drowner, even more mangled.
There's not a quest here. Let me loot. Nope. I'm not allowed to loot. Loot? Nope. I'm not allowed to dive. I had that bug before. What is going on here? Yeah, I had this bug before. I can't do anything. There we go. Really pick anything else up with my senses. Over there.
Troll. Haven't seen one this big in a while. Gotta be ancient. Something tells me it got a little angry.
About.
Troll looked to be pretty good with his hands, but I'd never suspect he could write.
All those chosen by the professor should be present outside the keep at the designated time. Tardiness, failure to bring the proper equipment, or insubordination will be punished with death. We shall mount our principal attack on Kermo, and with our Frightener gaining mastery of the keep should not present much of a problem, for we have heard only a handful of witches remain in residence here. Therefore, you must make haste. A 50 orange reward awaits you for every mutant head you sever. Once we have taken the witch's secrets, you must separate in order not to attract attention. Every one of you will be then left to find your own way back to Vizima, where we will reunite.
Plan of attack for the fortress. Not how I remember it. Troll must have nabbed the owner of these before he could reach the fortress. Seems we owe this troll a lot. Guess our friendly troll detests drowners.
Damn, look at this. Have a boat? We do not. There's some floating grass. Yes. Lots of them. Fucking bears everywhere. What are they attacking? Wolves. And a fucking Leshian. That guy I have to kill. Thank you. Phew. Hope it's not on top of the fucking mountain.